Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. We're discussing, of course, some Steelers news and updates. First thing first, we'll talk about the injury report. The injury report for week 8 so far. We've seen, of course, Roman Wilson, hamstring. I mentioned earlier in today's video, I think in the morning. He did not practice today. I went to KZ, ankle, he's a full participant. Deshaun Elliott did not practice, his back injury. And Dante Jackson, a shoulder injury, he was full participant. We also seen Tyler Makovich. I sometimes say his name wrong, but I got it right that time. It's a hamstring, limited. Nick Herbig, hamstring, he did not practice. Zach Frazier, ankle. Remember, his ankle injury is still week to week. He didn't practice either. Dylan Cook, foot. The full participant. Cordell Patterson returned today as well, and he was limited at practice. Kendall Ben, calf injury, limited at practice. Cam Hayward. He's a veteran, so he didn't practice today because, it's the resting day, of course. But, yeah, that's kind of the stuff we've seen, of course, from the Steelers side. From the Giants side, notable people, Dory Jackson, the cornerback, it's a neck injury, did not practice. And, of course, Dexter Lawrence, his hip, he did not practice either. So that's probably some notable people. And Brian Burns was limited with his groin and Achilles. That's some crazy combination of injuries. So those are some people that didn't really practice with the Giants as well, some notable names. So yeah, so we'll have to wait and see. Most of these individuals probably will play and probably make it this week. I don't know if Zach Frazier probably will make it this week, but I think some other guys will probably make it. We'll see Cordell Patterson out there on the field. Last time he was playing, he played very good with the against the Colts. So he got injured in that game. He had a concussion or something happened. He had some type of injury. I never labeled it as a concussion, but he had some type of injury in that game. Remember, he was injured, been out for a few weeks, so he's gonna be back now with the way Najee playing as well. And Jalen Warren kind of got a little spark, a little boost last week too as well. So it's gonna be nice to see. I also want to discuss, of course, special teams coordinator Danny Smith. He said we developed a kick blocking culture. Been doing a very good job at getting out there and getting pressure in and blocking kicks. They've been very phenomenal at that, doing a very good job at doing that. You seen one got called back last game, but the Steelers have done a good job. Remember, the Cowboys got one. Minka Fitzpatrick is so smooth off the edge. They do a very good way of getting him free, getting blockers and getting the defenders free and through gaps, and they run through and they dash in off the burst and get a block. We've seen this happen a few times like that. So Danny Smith has kind of like got it, I guess, because they got the right personnel too this year. And the special teams been kind of good the past few years. Miles Killebrew being an all-pro on special teams the past 2 years as well. So having these individuals go out there and just play, I think he had the right depth too as well, the right athletes on the outside that can get there, wreak havoc. And the one we blocked, the first time Minka blocked it, they called it back. And then the NFL said later that it was the wrong call. It should have been labeled as a block field goal. But then the other one that got blocked was actually very good. They kind of did it differently. They did in the middle. They overloaded the middle with all the tall defensive linemen. You see all of them there, DeMarvin Leal, Loudermilk. Everybody's in the middle. They jumped up and got a hand on it and blocked it. So Danny Smith do a different way, different combinations of different formations out there to set up the blocks and try to block things. And those points do very help. It helped out a lot. Of course, keep 3 points off the board, and also it gives your team a spark a little bit too as well. It's always good when you see a special team turnover that can flip a game. You see a block punt and you see somebody scoop and score or something that happened like that. It can always flip a game. So Steelers doing a good job this year. Blocking punt, blocking field goals, and doing different things to kind of get their offense the ball back and different things to help the team out. So I've been loving it. Danny Smith doing a great job. He's been here forever, and he loves the probably 50 pieces of gum. Yeah, so he always have gum chewing. He's chewing every time. Every time you see him, he has a big piece of gum. I guess he used that baseball gum, that tough one. He used to be chewing the gum. But moving on to the next topic, of course, Coach Mike Tomlin. Been discussing a lot of things, about Roman Wilson, saying that he's kind of done, moved on from Roman Wilson a little bit. He said Roman Wilson got to work for me so I can see if he can get back prepared to be able to play out there. But also been seeing another rookie, Payton Wilson. Payton Wilson been doing a good thing. We got a lot of Wilsons on the team, Russell, Payton, and Roman. But Payton Wilson been doing a good job the first few weeks. He's showing you that he can cover. He's showing you that he can tackle. He play good in pursuit. You have him blitz in to send pressure in. He's a versatile piece. Remember last year doing the mock drafts. Well, I said actually before I joined this channel, but I was doing the mock drafts not last year, but I was doing mock drafts at the beginning of this year before I joined Syndicate. I had Payton Wilson. I drafted him almost every time in the mock draft. I usually draft him around second or third round-ish. I thought he could be right in that range, but since the injuries kind of plagued him in college, he kind of dropped down to the fourth round for the Steelers to kind of scoop up. Like, oh, fourth round pick, you get Payton Wilson. We just signed Patrick Queen. bring him in. And Payton Wilson been doing a good job, phenomenal job. We already knew we had Leonard Roberts, who did good, and signing us All-Pro, and Patrick Queen was cool too as well. Now Patrick Queen haven't really lived up to the expectations. Like I mentioned, I knew he was gonna play exactly the same like he played the Ravens, because he was Ravens. He had goddamn Roquan Smith, who's a very generational, big-time player. He was playing next to him, so it make everything easy. It's kind of like when Antonio Brown was here and Juju was playing with him. Juju had 1,500 yards, but then Antonio Brown left. Juju never achieved that stat ever again. It's like when you play with the greatness, sometimes it make everything around you easy. So seeing of course Patrick Queen get here, I thought that he'd still be a pretty good player, Pro Bowl level like player. He's been playing better, but haven't lived to the expectations we fully thought. But luckily, Payton Wilson and Atlanta Roberts always going to bring the tenacity and energy. He plays very good. But Payton Wilson been playing very good, and I think it might be due time maybe to give him some more snaps. I wouldn't say take away Patrick Queen's snaps fully, of course not. But start rotating between 3 linebackers. Like say, okay, this young rookie, he's playing very good. He's giving us the best chance. I'm gonna put him out there a little more. Let him go out there and play a little more. And that start some like friendly competition and start getting some guys fired up. Just because you was an All-Pro last year, or just because you was a Pro Bowler, or you get paid this amount, doesn't mean anything. You should be always competing to get better and better every week. Whether it's about 0.01% of getting better, just get better every week. So I think the Steelers should go out there and just kind of use that. Coach Tomlin most definitely probably will start doing that a little bit. See more and more of Payton Wilson getting reps, and we'll see what happens. That's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're still going to be monitoring, of course, the trade rumors and seeing who can sign before trade deadline or anything that happens. So I'm going to be on the lookout for that. The rumors still got DK Metcalf name circulating around, Christian Kirk, Cooper Kupp been circulating around. I see somebody made a little suggestion. They said, what about the Steelers trade for Cooper Kupp, but they only send like a conditional 3rd-round pick if he plays in a certain amount of snaps. I actually would take that, but it depends on how much of the salary the Rams are going to take in. The Rams going to take a little bit, a little bit of his salary this year, and then you pay a little bit the rest of this year, and then you worry about the next year when next year gets here, and then you'd be cool with it. But if you got to take on the full salary, you might don't want to give up too much. So we have to see exactly what happens in the negotiation period. Cooper Kupp is an amazing player, but he does get injured a lot. He's been injured for the past few years, but when he's healthy, he's very good. So we'll see what happens with that. I know Mr. Khan going to do something very good. Coach Tomlin, they always have a plan, so we just have to trust in them. But that's all I have for today's content. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.